Hello indie game fans! Early access continues to be a useful tool for developers to get their games out there and into the hands of players for feedback, with one major title doing so last month. As always, we will start with some quick picks worth checking out. Skeeter XL is perhaps the closest thing we have to a decent, modern skateboarding game in 2019, next to the yet-to-be-released Session, of course, and in its purest form is just that, do tricks and score points in style. Seacurity Breach is a 3D tower defense game with open-ended levels, and the 3D terrain seems to be made use of to great effect. Super Animal Royale is another 2D top-down battle royale game, only this time featuring cute animals. It supports up to 64 players per match, cosmetic customization, and a fog of war system for the top-down perspective. As a big fan of Tycoon games, I'm always on the lookout for the next great one, and was pleasantly surprised to discover Chef, a restaurant Tycoon game. The unique thing about this is that you can customize your menu, level up your skill in cooking certain types of dishes, and it's so granular that you can even customize the recipes and ingredients of said dishes. And finally, Hotel Sowls is a surreal and strange adventure game about exploration and talking to people. The store page states that it is about recovering your stolen, mysterious stone after it went missing, but the sense of humor and art is certainly weird and quirky. Moving on, here are the top 5 best early access indie games for December 2018. Edge of Eternity is a turn-based JRPG where you play as Darion and Celine, trying to protect the world of Herion from a mysterious invader known as the Archelites. Its visuals are stunning, and despite the similar look to something like Xenoblade Chronicles, the action is actually turn-based with a grid. This is from Midgar Studio, which is based in France, and is a testament to how much of a global phenomenon games are. For a 9-member French indie developer to produce something as beautiful as this is certainly a showcase of their abilities, but even more than that, highlights that JRPG is a genre unto itself. In the current state of early access, only the first chapter is available, but that alone clocks in at 8 to 12 hours. However, the open world is also available, filled with side missions, interesting places to explore, and has room for experimenting with character builds, with the planned full release in 2020 with a major update every 3 to 4 months. MewnBase is a super cute survival and base building game with a pun in the title which I think is fantastic. Gather resources, craft, build, and explore the moon as a cat. 1.0 is targeted for end of this year with more types of resources, more base modules, creatures, environmental hazards, and vehicles.
We've received a distress call from one of our remote mining colonies. Despite its appearance, the planet is crucial to our operations. Our underground facilities specialize in mining an indispensable, high-energy resource. That resource flow has now stopped due to a recent attack from aliens. Mining operations have been compromised. Although the facilities have been secured, the mines remain under alien control. Our teleportation network survived the attack largely intact. Use the teleporters to find the source of this attack and eliminate it. Good luck.
Gerty is a top-down roguelite set on a mining colony which has been under attack from aliens, and it is your job to descend the mine and to destroy the source of this attack. Having played a little bit of this, the shooting feels good, the upgrades significant, and there are 4 playable characters with different specializations, a timer that increases the danger level the longer you stay in the level, and the roguelite progression system of unlocking items and perks after a run. Very pleasantly surprised with this, and I'm looking forward to its full release in 6 to 12 months. There is currently one world with 6 stages to explore, but another world is planned to be added, taking the average runtime from 25 minutes to an hour, all the while adding more perks, items, and enemies. Heartbound is a non-traditional RPG about a boy named Law, his dog Baron, secrets, and sanity. Shunning traditional XP and leveling up, this instead has unique minigames for enemy encounters, which can change based on Law's relationship with others, as well as past actions, which results in multiple endings and perhaps multiple playthroughs if you so desire. Under a list of features, it also has, quote, advanced sadness, end quotes, so I'm eager to see more of this game. In its current state, there appears to be just the prologue and chapter 1, hence it is on the shorter side, but more chapters are planned to be added, together with more enemies and conclusions, with a full release targeted for mid to end 2019.
Where do you think you are? Who do you think you're talking to? Nobody gets out of my domain, whether alive or dead. You wish to learn the hard way? Fine. Then go, get out.
Finally, Hades by Supergiant Games did a surprise launch in early access on the same day it was revealed at the Game Awards 2018. Indie game fans will be familiar with the developers since they made Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre, all consistently great games in their own right. I'm very stoked for their take on the top-down roguelite dungeon crawler, since there hasn't really been one that knocked it out of the park since 2016's Enter the Gungeon. Playing as Zagreus, son of Hades, Greek god of the underworld, you are on a simple quest to escape said underworld, but in the way are a throng of demons and spirits. Unlike the majority of early access games, this already has a certain level of polish, and what needs to be added is more room variety, more areas, enemies, and bosses, but great game in its current state. Also of interest is that for now, it is exclusive to the Epic Games Store for business reasons, so check it out there if you are interested.
Death is your only family. Death and I.
For more of the best early access indie games, check out the previous video or click on the recommended playlist, and I will see you after the jump.